to another edition of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Another great show lined up for you today. Today's show is about getting involved, getting out in your community and helping everyone else in your community. I invite you to invest in the Verde Valley today. A lot of our guests are going to come in today and they're going to show you all these wonderful ways that you can help out our neighbors and friends here in the Verde Valley. My first guest today is Julie Saravo. She is the service unit manager of the Sinagua neighborhood of the Girl Scout Troop here in the Verde Valley, and she's also troop leader, especially of Girl Scout Troop 1919. So Julie will share with us the many ways that the Girl Scouts of America enriches the lives of our young girls here in the Verde Valley and prepares them for a brighter future, and of course how you can get involved in helping further those little girls along. Will Norris, the conductor of the Cottonwood Community Band, will be with us to tell us about the band's upcoming season and how you can get involved in our local music scene by sharing musical talents of your own, by joining the band, or perhaps by donating that dusty piece of equipment you have in your closet. I know we all have saxophones and clarinets and guitars hanging out in our closets that we don't use. Well, you can give them a new life. Think about that, the Cottonwood Band. Clean out the closet. That's a good thing for you. Kelly Wilson, volunteer coordinator of the Old Town Mission, comes in today to offer insight into their mission of assisting 36,000 men, women, and children in the Verde Valley here who are facing tough times. This is an excellent, excellent organization. You'll want to get involved and help these guys out because they make such a difference here for all of our friends and neighbors. Jackie Bessler, the financial manager / janitor of Yavapai Broadcasting, will grace us with his presence, giving us all the info on the upcoming Flying High Turkey Drive and the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry. Both events provide much needed food and cash donations to those in need here in our community. Very easy to get involved in this one. I mean, who doesn't live at the grocery store? I know I do, and that's about all it takes. So, the Clemenceau Heritage Museum will get a visit from us, and there we'll speak to Roger Avery and Bob Lanning. These amazingly delightful gentlemen were so gracious to show us around this wonderful museum. They do an amazing job there of preserving and displaying the history of the Verde Valley. I highly recommend volunteering some of your time at this really lovely museum. And Rick Siggy will close out our show today. He's going to thrill us with wonderful, beautiful melodies and his amazing finger styling, so you make sure you're going to want to stick around for that. So, great show for you. Get your pen and paper. You're going to need to write some numbers down today. So, we'll go ahead and get started. My first guest today is Julie Saravo. She is the, let me get this right, the service unit manager for the Sinagua neighborhood of the Girl Scouts here and troop leader for Troop 1919.
Yes, good job.
There we go. Boy, you put that on a name badge. It'll take a while.
Oh, take up a lot of room.
Julie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's good to get the word out about Girl Scouts and just kind of let people know, you know, everyone knows there's Girl Scouts, but not everyone knows really what we're about. So
that's true. I know that the Girl Scouts have been around, you know, when I was little. I was a Girl Scout for a day.
Girl Scouts were started actually in 1912, so they've been around for over 100 years.
Wow.
So it's been a long time.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And now, you know, just in northern Arizona alone, the Arizona Cactus Pine Council serves 25,000 girls.
Yes.
And that's throughout central and northern Arizona. It includes the Navajo Nation. 25,000 just here in central and northern Arizona.
Yes, and we service girls from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. We have different age groups for them and programs specifically designed for their ages and grade levels. Our programs help teach the girls leadership skills, community service. They are very service-based, healthy living, financial literacy, just trying to really build leadership for girls for the future.
Yeah, and an amazing job it does. I love seeing the little girls out there with the cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who doesn't?
Everyone loves the Girl Scout cookies.
Absolutely. But more, it's the faces of the little girls. Hello, good morning. Would you like to buy some cookies? Okay, thank you so much. I mean, they're just so wonderful. And really, they're counting the money. They're getting hands-on experience of the business world at a small age. And that's such a valuable skill.
Yes, it is huge. You know, everyone thinks cookies and fundraising. Yes, it is fundraising, but it's more of, it teaches girls business ethics. It teaches them people skills, money management. Like I said, the financial literacy is a big part of it, but also goal setting. So it really is a girl-led business. It's actually the largest girl-led business in the world.
Wow.
So it's really a huge thing. It's more than just cookies.
Wow,
so.
That's true. I like that. More than just cookies.
Yeah.
I know there's 112 Girl Scout councils that make up the National Girl Scout Movement. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I mean, that's thousands. That's over 100,000, 300,000. I mean, how many
there
girls
are,
would there be?
3.2 million Girl Scouts in the world.
Oh,
so
wow.
They are everywhere. It is the largest educational organization for girls.
Wow.
So they have, and that's girls, they actually have about 3.7 million members. So you can be a lifetime member if you've been in Girl Scouts and enroll in Girl Scouts as an adult. So there's actually, it goes, yes, we help girls, but adults are very much involved, and we volunteers everywhere that just, they're dedicated.
True. I know, and speaking of dedication, thank you to you. I mean, you've got 3 Girl Scouts in your home alone.
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, we love the program, and it's just really, it teaches them such valuable skills that they are going to need for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I really like this. I got this off the website, which is girlscoutsaz.org. Check it out. It's a beautiful, beautiful website. But on there is the Girl Scout Promise, which I thought was so cute and really easy to memorize. I thought that was so cute. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I mean, that's wonderful.
You're on your way to being a Girl Scout.
See, I was a Girl Scout for one day. Tell me about the Girl Scout law. What is the Girl Scout law?
So the Girl Scout law is just, it goes actually with our Girl Scout Promise. And that is just really, the basics of it are, to be kind to every girl, to serve God. It teaches respect. It teaches service. So really the law is just a way to kind of say, hey, I know my promise, and this is, the law is just a reminder to follow that kind of in everything you do and in every aspect of their life.
Sure, so. And respect and service are so huge. We're kind of lacking that.
Yeah, in some areas, yeah, definitely. And it just, Girl Scouts gives them an opportunity to learn these things, and the role models from all the volunteers, all of our troop leaders in this neighborhood are just fantastic women. They are dedicated, they want to see these girls shine, and they're not just leaders, they're mentors for the girls. And most of them start with girls from kindergarten age, and we have a lot of our girls that are up in 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade now.
Wow.
So
that's just great. And there's a lot involved in it. There's specialized programs, there's events.
Yes.
There's all kinds of out in the public getting these skills mastered. Do you still do badges, the little?
Oh yeah, we definitely still do badges. And they range, they're, for each age level, they have different badges that they work on. And the badges can be put for the older girls towards, they call them journeys, which are a little more life skill based, so they go a little deeper in. But yeah, the badges are anywhere from cooking to archery, camping skills. They're kind of all over. Just they have to do specific tasks to earn each badge, so they really know their information and know what they're doing.
That's great. I've never met a Girl Scout I didn't like. That's got to tell you something right there.
They are.
They're pleasant, bright little kids. It's just such a good thing in this day and age to get out there and get the girls experiencing life and the skills they need to have a successful, happy life. Now, there's lots of ways you can help your local Girl Scout troop, and one of the ways is to volunteer. Be a troop leader.
Yes, be a troop leader. If you don't feel like you can handle, being the leader, we always need good co-leaders. We also just need people, that if you have an expertise in a specific area that you'd like to share with the Girl Scouts, we are always open to people, volunteering their time and working with the troops on a specific skill. So even if it's, you don't want to be a leader or co-leader, we'd love to have you and invite you to our meetings to teach the girls and have them learn from you. So it's really a wide range that we need volunteers for.
Sounds like it. And if they wanted to get in touch with someone, who would they get in touch with to see about this?
They could send an email to gscouts86326 at yahoo.com. And if they want to be involved just like that, if they want to be a leader or co-leader or get their daughter signed up in Girl Scouts, that's on the website girlscoutsaz.org. And there's tabs to volunteer or to look up a troop or, to get your daughter signed up. So that would be the website for those type of volunteering opportunities.
Sure. Yeah, and of course, go to the programs and attend their events all, that are going to happen all over. What do you have coming up? Do you have any events coming up?
Coming up, we have our annual turkey dinner, and that is, the dinner itself is prepared by adults, but we have all of the girls that are in the neighborhood involved. We have, you know, our little daisies and brownies sing for everyone. Our juniors and cadets help serve the food. It's really a community event where maybe those that might not get a, you know, Thanksgiving dinner with family or anything like that can come out and have full Thanksgiving dinner, all the fixings, dessert included, and the Girl Scouts, you know, we put all this on. This is actually, we're in the 40th about year of doing this. So
that's amazing.
It's a long-standing tradition here in the Verde Valley.
Right.
So we invite everyone to come out. That's on Wednesday, November 19th, from 5 to 7 at the Clarkdale Elks Lodge.
All right. Well, that's great. I can't think of a better way to spend Thanksgiving. Surrounded by little Girl Scouts.
They're great. They
Just
really
how
are.
cute is that? That's got to be so cute. And of course, you got to participate in the cookie.
Oh yes,
Got to buy the cookies.
Look for them. Start looking for them in about end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah,
they'll be all over the place.
You can't miss them.
Yeah,
You really can't. Julie, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming and
having me.
talking to us. Thank you for the work you do with the Girl Scouts. Really appreciate you. You're just a delight, and I'm sure your girls just love you. I'm sure they're just so happy. Julie Saravo, again, I'm going to attempt this, Service Unit Manager for the Sinagua neighborhood of the Girl Scouts here and Troop Leader for Troop 1919. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away. Thank you.
Yeah, that was it.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
When the city lights fade, our lights get brighter. When your night needs life, ours comes alive. When you want to do something different, we say, come out and play. Come experience the new Mountain Springs Buffet. All you can eat starting at just $7.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel, voted #1 casino in Arizona 15 years in a row.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. My next guest is Will Norris. He's the conductor of the Cottonwood Community Band. Will, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for what you do. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. It must feel just so great to be the conductor of such a wonderful band.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, you know, but it gives so much back to the people, to the players that are in the group, and it's absolutely a wonderful group of people in the band. And
Oh
so,
yeah, I've met quite a few folks that play with you, and of course, looking on your website, which is cottonwoodcommunityband.org, a nice list of the performers and what they're doing, and all the musical instruments that are represented. And you don't just play any old tune; you actually do some really nice, complicated pieces.
Yeah, we do. As a matter of fact, we have a really wide variety of literature. We do everything from orchestral transcriptions of great orchestral pieces to pop tunes, Broadway tunes, movie music. You know, and we feature different sections of the band a lot of time.
Very nice.
And so it's a real good variety and a good mix for the audiences as well as the players.
Sure, and it's all volunteer.
It sure is. It's all volunteer. The community band was actually formed in 1991 by a group of, I guess, several friends that got together and wanted to have a band, and it's grown over the years to 35, 40 people that we have in there right now. And we have people that come, most of them, of course, from the Verde Valley, Sedona, Camp Verde, but we have people that come down from Prescott to play with us, and we actually have some person, a lady that comes down from Pine,
Wow.
plays flute and comes over every Monday.
Wow.
to join us and rehearse with us.
That's great. What a nice outlook for folks who play music and maybe don't have a venue for it and would like to get together and play with other people.
We've had a lot of people may have played through high school or college and then stuck their instrument in the closet,
right,
you know, for years or decades in some cases. And so, you know, they decided that was part of their life that they really didn't want to give up. So we have a wide variety of skill levels represented in the group, and they're all there because they want to make music.
Right.
They love playing music.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
A like-minded group of folks. And you've got a concert coming up here soon.
We've got a couple of concerts coming up. On the 16th, we're at Mingus High School, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the concerts are free, but we gladly accept donations.
Sure.
And then we're on Sedona on the 23rd, and that'll be at the Rock of Ages Lutheran Church.
Sure.
On Dry Creek Road up there.
Nice. And just want to make sure everybody caught that. The concerts are free,
Yeah.
which is amazing. A wonderful free cultural event. Take the family, take the kids. And yes, donations are gratefully accepted because it is run completely by volunteers on donations.
That's right. That's right. It's an all-volunteer group, and we run it through donations. And we do have expenses, of course, that we have to cover, hall rental, you know, those kind of things. So, so it's important to us.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure. And you guys meet every week?
Yes, we meet every Monday at the Cottonwood Middle School in the music room there, and rehearse at 7 o'clock. And so, boy, if you got an instrument that's, you know, you haven't played for a while and you want to come down and join us, like I said, we've got, we represent pretty much most ages. We have high school kids in there all the way up to octogenarians.
Nice.
And so, you know, it's really quite a varied group.
I bet. Now, if you have one of those instruments from, say, high school, and perhaps have moved on, I have a wonderful way for you to move that piece of musical equipment on. You can donate it to the Cottonwood Community Band.
Sure can. You can donate it to the band, and we have people that need instruments, and so we loan them out to them to play. And actually, we have a couple of people that are practicing in the wings because they don't think their skill levels are quite where they should be yet, and so they'll join us in the next season.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's
and
great.
we start rehearsing again in January.
I bet. Is there any? Is there a want list of musical instruments that you have at the moment, or anything that you go through a lot of, perhaps?
Well, we could use percussion equipment. A lot of the big percussion equipment is fairly expensive.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, like concert chimes and those kind of things. And if we could find a way to get those type of instruments, that would be good. We've got a lot of the smaller percussion equipment we have, and we have some clarinets, a couple of flutes that have been donated, tuba. Big instruments like baritone saxophones and those kind of things would always be great, but those are kind of hard to find.
Yeah, sure. I understand. I have a shop and I have quite a collection of musical instruments, and we have euphorians and all, but they're so beyond playable.
Yeah, they make nice furniture.
They do. They're pretty to look at. But
Decoration.
yeah, so the equipment that would be appreciated is things that are in working order.
Or close to working order.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll play through them, and if it's not too expensive to repair them, then we appreciate it. You know?
That's true. That's true. And so you can play in the band, you can donate an instrument to the band, you can donate at the door during a concert. Is there anything else they can do to help you guys?
Come to the concerts. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And so we try to reach out to as many people in the community as possible, and it's a good ensemble. It's a good, strong ensemble, and we're coming along very well. And so the more the merrier.
I bet. And like I said, your website is great, cottonwoodcommunityband.org. I love the little reviews. You tacked on a few letters that were written in about people who've come and seen the band and appreciate the mix of literature that you do and the professionalism of your band members.
Well, great.
Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job. How long have you been conductor?
I've been up here for 2 years conducting. I retired out of Phoenix, and we've had our house up here for about 7 years, and so now we're up here full time, not transplants.
Oh, all right, that's great. So you see longevity in your conducting of the band.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's coming along well.
Well, that's great. I'm really glad to hear that. And like I say, I hear lots of great things. I'm going to get to the next concert. Cottonwoodcommunityband.org. You want to make sure, go there, check it out. Great website, list of events, way to volunteers, way to help out and donate and all that good stuff. And got to come see this guy, right? Will Norris. I bet you're awesome standing up there being a conductor. You're 6'4".
About that.
Yeah, that's got to be just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So it's a treat for the whole family. And like we said, it is free to go ahead and join these, go see these concerts. Tell us again where they're going to be in the dates.
The 16th, we're at Mingus High School, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the 23rd, we're at Rock of Ages Lutheran Church. That's on Dry Creek Road in Sedona. And you want to check the website, gives all the concert times and listing and all that. So, just in case I got it backwards.
Oh. It's always good to check the internet, but you know, it's not always right, as I find. So that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Will. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for inviting me down.
Thank you. Will Norris, the conductor of the Cottonwood Community Band. And we've got lots more of the Verde Valley Experience coming up, so make sure you stay right here.
When the city lights fade, our lights get brighter. When your night needs life, ours comes alive. When you want to do something different, we say, come out and play. Come experience the new Mountain Springs Buffet, all you can eat starting at just $7.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel, voted #1 casino in Arizona 15 years in a row.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. My next guest is Kelly Wilson. She is the general manager for the Old Town Mission and Thrift Store. Wonderful place if you haven't been there yet. So Kelly, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you very much. I'm so excited to be here.
I know. I'm excited to have you here too. I mean, the Old Town Mission, you're amazing. I bow to you. What you guys do for the residents of the Verde Valley is truly wonderful.
Thank you. You know, we appreciate this valley because without all of the help from support, there's no way we could meet the demand and the need that we're able to meet. So we're so thankful.
Give us a breakdown of the Old Town Mission's mission.
Okay, you know, we've been in the Verde Valley for 25 years. It started out just like serving out of the back of a truck, and their motto was always neighbors helping neighbors, and that's just as true today as it was then. We just we serve lunch, food boxes, showers, clothing, tents, bedding, anything that somebody needs, we are going to do our best to meet that need with the help of all of our neighbors.
Right, and you've met a lot of needs. I mean, you helped over 36,000 men, women, and children last year alone.
We have. Just alone last month, we served 1,400 food boxes. Wow. So 1,400 families came in to get a food box, and that reaches about 3,600 family members. And then our lunches has just been raising every month, but we serve 1,700 lunches. Wow. And that's Monday through Friday, and our sack lunches on the weekends.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
It's just been increasing, and the need just keeps going up, but God is always faithful to continue meeting the need with more donations and more volunteers, and we're just so grateful for all of that.
Truly, truly. And there's a lot of ways you can get involved with helping the Old Town Mission and helping to feed your neighbors and clothe your neighbors. One, of course, is donations of items, food items, clothing items. What specific things are you needing? I mean, the season is changing, so you must be needing more warmth.
It is. Right now we are starting to give away jackets. So essentially anybody that comes into the mission right now is going to get a chance to go to our jacket rack and get a coat for anyone in their family. So that's a big need right now. Any blankets, warm items like that. And of course, any non-perishable food items. We're just always grateful for those. But the big need right now is, of course, the jackets and because we want to make sure everyone stays warm in Cottonwood here this season.
Sure. And if folks have things that they'd like to donate, where's the location they should go to?
Well, they can drop it off at our thrift store, which is at 810 West Mingus Avenue, just headed towards Clarkdale. It's real easy to find. And then our mission in Old Town is at 116 East Pinal Street, and that's where we've been for many, many, many years. Everyone thinks we've moved, but we're still there, and it's just right past Main Street, right past Nick's on the right-hand side, and you just turn down Pinal, and we're right there, and you can drop off any donations at both of those locations.
There too. Okay. Yeah. That's very, very good. And then you've got a lot of events throughout the year that also help build up your food banks. You just did the fall food harvest.
Yes.
Which was, how did you guys do?
Huge success. I think I think Jackie might know better, but we were able to collect almost 5 or 6 barrels filled with food. Nice. And so that's over 1,000 pounds of food, because we haven't had a food drive since May. So our shelves were looking very, very empty, but they're completely full again. And we'll just start collecting for our Thanksgiving events coming up.
Right, you have huge events coming up. You've got the Flying High Turkey Drive, which is coming up on November 24th, and then after that's the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry, which is coming up December 12th and 13th. So we've got these wonderful events, but in the meantime, when there isn't an event, you are always in need of food and donated items. And how about people's time? Do you have a need for folks to come in and help you out in that way?
We do. Since our motto is neighbors helping neighbors, we need the neighbors to come in and give us a hand. So they can come in and help prepare food, and then of course they can stay and serve, and then clean up afterwards. And then Monday through Friday we're delivering food boxes and helping shoppers. So we have volunteers working in our clothing room. They package food boxes, they prepare sack lunches, they sort the canned goods coming in, and they're just preparing hygiene. They help in our office, our newsletters. So really there's anything that you want to do, there's almost a need for it. We have people that come in and just make phone calls for us. So there is a need for people to get involved. And last year we had over 300 volunteers come in, and we can't do it without that assistance.
Yeah, I would say 300 would be almost bare minimum for the amount of work that you guys do in the community. Yes. You're definitely going to have a huge need for manpower or woman power.
Yes.
Be it that, I know. That's wonderful. My daughter always enjoys serving at Thanksgiving or a holiday. That's her thing. She really loves to be there and to serve food and to see people's face light up. I mean, nothing like a home-cooked meal, and if you don't have a home at the time, of course, it's even more special. One of the things I loved about your website, which is oldtownmission.org, there were letters written in from folks that you've helped, and it brought tears to my eyes, just these statements made by folks who said, thank you to the Old Town Mission, all the wonderful things that they did, and how they couldn't have done it without you. It's an amazing organization.
It is. And when you walk in our mission, if you come into the wall, we have a thank you wall. And so anyone can just write a thank you and just let us know what we've done and what we mean to them, because we don't know what they're going through, and sometimes just to see the joy light up on their faces, to know that they're going to have a meal tonight is just amazing. And so we encourage people to come in, and the most important thing that you can do is when you're volunteering is you're touching a life. So if you come in and just sit down at lunch and talk with people, you would just be amazed at how blessed you're going to feel just giving back and just physically touching someone's life and just ministering to them and just showing them that they're not alone and that there's someone there with them to talk to.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Our mission in life is to be here for other people, to be here for our neighbors, and this is an excellent way to do so. So if you want to donate food or items or your time, definitely. I bet packing those lunch boxes and food bags and all that has to take just immense amounts of time. So you're always needing that. So you can give Kelly Wilson a call. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Just call her right up. 928-634-7869. 634-7869. Make sure you're writing this down. Okay, you're going to need this number. Stick it on your forehead, your refrigerator. Get out this season. Volunteer, call, see what they need. Always in need of hygiene supplies. I know that was a special note. Of course, sleeping bags and, as you say, coats and all that stuff. It is truly amazing. It started as soup out of the back of a truck, and now it's grown into this wonderful, wonderful organization that helps 36,000 men, women, and children right here in the Verde Valley.
Yes.
So Kelly, I cannot thank you enough for being here.
Thank you
and
so
thank
much
you
for
for the
having
work
me.
that you do, your dedication to your community and your service.
We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it, and we're
much for
so
that.
thankful for Yavapai Broadcasting. You guys put on several food drives, and we're so thankful for that.
Yeah, we're all blessed here in the Verde Valley.
Yes.
We're really fortunate here. Kelly Wilson, the General Manager of the Old Town Mission and Thrift Store. Make sure you check out that thrift store, too. It's really wonderful. I love your new location.
It is,
Nice
yes.
big building right there. And it's on 89A, and is that Mingus?
And Mingus Avenue.
Mingus Avenue, yeah.
Yes,
Guess we'll
it
check
is.
them out. And we'll be right back with more Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
When the city lights fade, our lights get brighter. When your night needs life, ours comes alive. When you want to do something different, we say, come out and play. Come experience the new Mountain Springs Buffet. All you can eat starting at just $7.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel, voted #1 casino in Arizona 15 years in a row.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm now here with Jackie Bessler, and Jackie is the financial manager for Yavapai Broadcasting, amongst other things. Let's see, we've got janitor, we've got traffic controller, we've got...
Mostly janitor.
You're the everyman
Oh.
of Yav. You're the man of
Oh.
Yavapai Broadcasting.
No, I can't do what Ryan does.
No?
No.
Yes, but, you know, the janitorial stuff. Primo, this is the cleanest place I've ever worked.
Cool.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now, Jackie, you are the man to talk to about the upcoming Flying High Turkey Drive. And tell me, who is that sponsored by?
Oh my goodness, lots of people
Yeah,
involved.
I know.
We have the Cottonwood Chamber involved. We have the Prescott Valley Chamber, Prescott Chamber. We have the Yavapai Central Fire District, Prescott Fire, Flagstaff Fire,
Wow.
Cottonwood Fire Department. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of
That is
people.
amazing.
Wild Turkey Federation, all the different chapters and branches.
Wow.
Plus, of course, our friends from Fry's that provide us not only the location, but help us out during the turkey drive as well.
Wow. Now, explain to me the Flying High Turkey Drive, because my brain just goes all over the place when I think about this. How does
Got
this
it.
work?
Well, the general concept, you've seen those thermometers
Yes.
as you reach a goal, right?
Right.
Okay, this is a human thermometer.
Oh, dear.
Yep, you take the ladder truck, put the ladder truck up like this, the announcer, as you collect turkey, they go up the ladder truck.
Oh.
More turkeys you get, the higher they go up the ladder truck.
dear.
Yes.
Probably.
Sometimes you get way up there.
You don't want to have a person who's afraid of heights, I suppose.
No, but it is fun when the
Oh,
ladder
dear.
starts to sway a little bit on you.
Who's going up the ladder this year?
Oh my goodness. Well, we still are waiting for certain victims. I mean, volunteers.
Volunteers.
I always do it at one of the locations in Prescott. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure who's going to be up the ladder in all locations.
Wow.
Flagstaff doesn't let us go up the ladder.
No?
No, insurance things.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Everybody else lets us go up the
Right.
ladder
Oh.
if we sign away our life.
Do
That
you
we
have a
won't.
little clip and a safety harness?
You do.
You do? Well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you go up the little rung and clip yourself on. It's,
Oh, geez. The view must be great.
the view is fantastic. Yeah, I love yelling at people and they look around.
Yeah, right. What? Do you now the Flying High Turkey Drive? It's happening November 24th, and it's from 12 to 6. You're not on that ladder for 6 hours, are you?
No, but 4.
Oh, 4 hours.
Yes, yeah. We kind of changed it this year a little bit. We're going noon to 6 is still the collection, but 1 to 5 is going to be the live remote, which involves the ladder.
Okay.
We found that at 5:30 at night, you were up above the lights and nobody saw you.
Oh, that makes sense. And it's kind of dark now.
It does. It
5:30
It gets
at night.
dark. It gets a little cold. Best turkey drive ever is when it snowed.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we got we got donations just because we were pathetic.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's pretty normal.
Yeah. That's what I count on.
Now, where do the turkeys go? What is the point behind this?
Well, all the turkeys stay in the community where collected. So Flagstaff will stay with the Flagstaff Family Food Center. Prescott Valley will go to the Yavapai Food Bank. Everything in Cottonwood will go to the Old Town Mission. And the whole concept is that we want to make Thanksgiving available for everybody.
Right. Yeah, and with food costs going up, and there's a lot of folks in the Verde Valley that are experiencing financial hardship, and you know, a Thanksgiving meal is something as Americans that we really need every year.
And think about it. I mean, you know, you got a family of 6 or something like that. You know, you get a full Thanksgiving meal. You might eat off of that for close to a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, it goes a long way.
I bet.
It does.
Right. So how would it work? I'm headed to Fry's.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the turkeys.
Yes.
And then what do I do?
You can bring us out a turkey. You can bring us out 4 turkeys. You can bring us out 100 turkeys, whatever you want to do. Absolutely.
Just load my cart up with birds.
You can load your cart up with birds. Let's say that you are, you've got about 4.5 minutes to get this done. We take drive-by donations. We do. You can drive by, hand money out the window of the passengers.
So you're also collecting money too.
Absolutely.
That's
and then,
excellent.
Then we'll take those monies and use it either for turkeys or for the fixins.
Sure.
Whatever any of the particular facilities or organizations need the most.
Right, sure. Like I said, everyone always forgets the gravy or the cranberry sauce, so you'll have those in there.
Yes.
So that is wonderful. So if you don't have time to go and get a turkey, and you'd rather just do a cash donation, that is certainly welcome. But when you're going to shop, and who doesn't go to the grocery store? Pick up a turkey, pick up an extra turkey. Think of your friends and neighbors in need this year when you do that. November 24th from 12 to 6. The Flying High Turkey Drive. Now, of course, I always think of, as most people do, the WKRP in Cincinnati.
No.
Turkey drop from the sky. You know, we all know that one.
No, it's written right
Am I
on.
dating myself now?
No, it's written right on our insurance that we can't do it.
No throwing of turkeys.
No throwing of
So if you're driving by, don't be shoving birds out the window. Just hand them nicely to the volunteer. Speaking of volunteers, I know you need some volunteers to run these things.
Oh my gosh, volunteers would always be helpful.
Right.
Absolutely. And I would encourage you to get in touch with the Yavapai Food Bank, the Old Town Mission, Flagstaff Family Food Center, whichever is closest to you. And we are desperately in need of volunteers for both the Flying High Turkey Drive and the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry.
Right, especially the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry. Now tell us, how does that work?
Oh my goodness. Well, that has a history to it. It literally goes back to a burning garbage can.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Do tell.
Oh yeah. 17 years ago, at that time, our general sales manager, Gary Hershey, just a fabulous, wonderful human being, got together with Lou Reese, who was the Prescott Valley director of the Chamber of Commerce at that time, and decided to do a food drive. They literally went out to a park with a garbage can and got around a garbage can all night long with the fire going in the garbage can collecting food.
Wow.
That's how it started, i.e. Burning Desire, and then we just expanded it from there.
Right.
And now that particular food drive goes on at Safeway, who has been a fantastic partner along with us for that, and we've expanded it to where we are at University Plaza Safeway, Prescott Valley Safeway, Cottonwood Safeway, and Willow Creek Road Safeway in Prescott.
Wow.
And it works out to be a 27-hour food drive going from the 12th at noon, December 12th at noon, all the way through 3 p.m. on the 13th, Saturday the 13th. And some of us actually stay overnight and try to keep the tradition.
Oh, wow.
We don't bring out garbage cans, but we actually bring out, in Prescott Valley, we'll bring out a fire pit.
Ooh.
One of those portable outdoor fire pits.
Nice.
Yes. And then because we are wimps and we appreciate Affinity RV so much, they actually provide RVs so we can get out of the cold and, you know,
that's true.
And don't come back to work with pneumonia on Monday.
No, but thank you for that service. I mean, think of all the food to be collected. And again, is that a drive-by situation? People drive by
Absolutely.
And just throw food and money?
Yes, absolutely. They will go shopping at Safeway. Sometimes they'll just make cash donations. Sometimes the week before they'll pick up an extra Safeway gift card or something like that.
Oh, there you go. Safeway gift card.
Yep, they'll drop those off. Some people will raid the pantry.
Oh, I bet.
You know, and what is just so beautiful is when you see somebody who is giving and they tell you, you know, I needed at one time and I used and now I give back anytime I can.
Sure.
It just, you know, it chokes you up.
Yeah.
It chokes you up.
Definitely does.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes those people aren't far away from needing still.
Truly.
You know, and yet they're so giving and so willing to share because they know what it feels like to just be ever so slightly on the other side of that line.
That's true.
So, you know, I challenge people all the time, especially during the holiday season, give. Find out how wonderful it feels.
It truly does feel wonderful, doesn't it? It does. It really does. Now, what kind of things, real quick, do we want to grab while we're in the store that would help the most at the food bank?
Mostly non-perishables. Mostly non-perishables. Normally we'll have a list available, but your peanut butters, your canned meats, those are absolutely fantastic. Your canned fruits. Think about trying to, I mean, if you can put a little thought into it, think about things that would last. Things that kids in the home would eat. So often people forget about the little ones. You know, baby food.
Baby food.
Oh,
very
man,
good.
That's absolutely fantastic. Dry milk. Anything along those lines.
Sure.
A lot of people don't realize, but the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry food drive pushes so that when we get to the middle of January and people aren't giving anymore, that there's still food available.
There's still food available.
And that's what I mean, the push is yes around the holidays.
Right.
Because that's where the feeling is.
Right, that's when we want to give the most.
Absolutely. The hope is that we fill the Old Town Mission and the Yavapai Food Bank, Flagstaff Family Food Center as much as possible so that there are still things to be given away in February.
True. That's true. All right. So get your given hat on or your given vest or your given shoes, whatever it is you need to get into the spirit, and get yourself to the Flying High Turkey Drive, November 24th from 12 to 6 at the Fry Shopping Center in Cottonwood. And then don't forget to check out the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry, which is going to be December 12th through the 13th. And that's going to be at Safeway. So please get out, donate, volunteer, all that good stuff. Jackie, thank you so much for coming and talking with me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Appreciate it. Really
Thank you for letting me in the room.
Oh, my pleasure. And we'll be right back, so don't go away.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here at the Clemenceau Heritage Museum, which is #1 Willard Street on the corner of Willard and Mingus in Cottonwood. And I'm here with Roger Every. He's the curator of the Clemenceau Heritage Museum. Thank you so much for showing us around, Roger. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's a gorgeous museum you guys have put here together. The displays are so nicely arranged and so interesting and informative. How do you do it?
Well, we try to set it up. Julie Flatt is my assistant, and we try to set it up for all ages. And some displays will change once a month. A lot of them are permanent.
Sure. That's great. You guys have a lot of things displayed here. You've got kitchenware, houseware, you've got the average housewife stuff, you've got the clothes and the washing machines, but then you've got the manly stuff, the tools and the guns and all the photographs of all the history here. What is the history of this building?
To tell you the truth, I think it was started in 23, I'm not sure, somewhere's around there. And there's a school over the years. They used to have more buildings out back, they're long gone now. And now the school district offices are at the far end, and the museum is at this end.
Sure. And it's multiple different rooms, and you have it divided. You have a beautiful example of a schoolroom, which I like your personal touches, as you were saying. You dressed the mannequin to look like your teacher.
Yeah, back in the 1950s. Yeah.
It's very, very cute. And you rotate a few things seasonally. I noticed the ladies' hats have changed.
Yeah, they have the winter hats on them now.
And winter clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll be changing the coats next week.
That's amazing. So things are always changing here, along with the things that are here all the time. You've got a beautiful train room. You have an example of how the life was here in the Verde Valley as far as this area goes. And you've been here for 10 years now.
Yes, yeah.
That's an amazing a lot of time. What you guys need to know is that the Clemenceau Heritage Museum is run solely by volunteers. And that's an amazing thing. Roger, you're a volunteer too. Thank you for what you're doing.
I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Bet.
I spend more time here than I do at home.
Sure. I know how that is. It definitely shows. It definitely shows. Now, admission is free. Can you get that? Is that amazing? Donations are gratefully accepted, though, but admission is free. And your hours are interesting. You're open on Wednesdays.
Yeah, from 9 until noon. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And a lot of times people come in, say around 2:30, quarter to 3. Well, I'll stay here and give them the complete 45-minute tour, so I don't get out until maybe about 4 o'clock, or a little after.
That's dedication for you right there in a volunteer. And your tour is wonderful. You gave us a little bit of a tour while we were here, and that sure was great. We definitely appreciated that. You know your stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoy going through here myself, yeah.
I bet. What's your favorite display that you've got up right now?
It's hard to say. Probably the kitchen area and the classroom.
Right.
They're my two favorite ones.
Sure. Sure. I love your favorite tin you were showing me earlier, the tin of the mouse bait. What was that one called?
Oh, Last Lunch.
Last Lunch.
Mouse bait. Yeah.
We don't have that stuff anymore, all that really cool, fun stuff. And all your artifacts are wonderfully and clean and preserved. Whoever does your work on that, and bravo to them.
Well, we don't do too much work on them. You know, we keep them upstairs in storage, but we put them on display and for entertain the people.
Sure. And I asked you earlier where most of this stuff came from. You said it was here when you got here.
Pretty well, most of it was, yeah.
That's amazing. So really authentic to this area.
I think there's a lot of things I'm finding upstairs now that's never been on display before.
Wow.
But we'll rotate it every so often.
Sure, sure. So it's constantly changing. If you've been here before, you got to come again. Things are new. This particular room was done to celebrate the 100 years of Arizona. I noticed you did a big celebration about that, and so there's always something going on here at the Clemenceau Heritage Museum. Like we said, admission is free, and they're open Wednesdays and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They do special events during the year, so you want to make sure you check that out and stop in. It's a great thing for the kids. I love that you talked about how you made it multi-age. There's a little kids section with all the books.
Yes. Yeah.
And how you hide your mascot, make the kids find them.
Yeah, I tell the children up front when they come in to look for Mickey Mouse. Sure. He's our mascot. This way they're looking at the displays while they try to find Mickey Mouse.
That's right. So. That's good. You know, you must have kids and grandkids, huh? It shows. Everyone, this is Roger Every. He is the curator at the Clemenceau Heritage Museum. Roger, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you talking. Now, we'd be remiss if we didn't do a little bit of work in this room here. I'm now here with Bob Lanning, who is the chairman of the Railroad Committee for the Clemenceau Heritage Museum. We are now in the train room. This is a fantastic room. Thank you so much, Bob. This is amazing.
Yeah, we love showing it off, and it's one of the popular exhibits here. People call up and they want to know the museum's open. They say, there's the train room open. We go, sure. And the kids love it. It's hard to get them out of here.
I bet. It's very realistic. You've got a sense of humor. Tell us, what are we looking at here?
Right now we have Old Town Cottonwood, just a little selection to see. And these are taken from photographs on Photoshop, make so they're actually pretty accurate. And that's the town of Clemenceau, which don't really exist much anymore.
Sure.
But we do have a model of the museum, and that's the Clemenceau Administration Building. We stay, I don't know if you remember Alfredo's wife, which was a clothing store.
Right, yeah.
And,
Wow.
and that's a model of the Clemenceau smelter, which only was operated till the mid-30s.
Sure.
And then over here we get the Clarkdale smelter in miniature, and Clarkdale, but just the main block. We got the school and the church and the classic gas station.
That's amazing. You even got Jerome up on the hill.
Yeah, and then Jerome, just enough to give you an idea. And you can see where the jail slid down the hill.
Yeah.
And the which is now the asylum. We got the old hospital up there.
That's great.
And the Douglas Mansion behind you, which is the state park now.
This is an amazing amount of work, and it's beautiful. And you did the paintings, which I think is so cool.
And then we got real good modelers. We did the open pit mine over there.
Yeah.
And then we got the railroad from the Clemenceau smelters that went across over to the Clarkdale to haul the ore out.
Right.
And then the first railroad out of Jerome was a narrow gauge over to Jerome Junction, which is near today's Chino Valley. We represent that over there.
And you've even got the Verde Canyon Railway running.
And we got the Verde Canyon, and they're good to us. They supply the equipment, and we advertise them. We scratch each other's back.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
it's
That's
really
how that
good.
works around here.
But yeah, so
awesome.
It's really
You're doing a great job,
yeah.
Bob. Thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah,
we just had to introduce you to Bob Lanning. We just had to come
in. Don't miss it.
Absolutely. Don't miss this room when you're at the Clemenceau Heritage Museum.
Okay,
Bob,
thank
you
you
so much
Jennifer.
for talking
Thank you.
to us.
Welcome.
And we'll be right back, so don't go away.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so thrilling to watch your fingers move on that guitar. Rick Sigge, everyone, a local Sedona musician. Oh, wow, we are so lucky to have you.
I'm pleased
in the
to be
Verde
here.
Valley. It's just, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
You played guitar in the womb, I assume.
Not quite. Actually, piano was my first instrument.
Really?
My grandmother changed the course of my life. I was like 4 years old, and she was playing classical piano by ear, and I would just mesmerize. I'd stand next to her at the piano and watch her fingers. And
wow.
One day I got brave and I climbed up on her lap, and she's playing, and I reach out and start hitting notes. My dad comes in the room. He goes, "Stop interrupting what Grandma's doing." And she said, "Leave him alone. He's playing the right notes." And I went to my parents. I think I was 4 and a half, and I said, "I want to do that. I want to do that." And my grandmother was so thrilled that I wanted to play piano that she gave us her baby grand for me to learn on.
Wow.
And so, you know, there's always those people in your life that literally set or change the course of your life, and my grandmother was one. So I played piano for several years, but then unfortunately and fortunately, the Beatles came out.
Aha, I know.
I was in 7th grade, so bang, that's it. I said, okay, it's not cool to play classical piano anymore. I got to do that.
Ah,
So
smart
there you
man.
That's the abbreviated version of my life history, first chapter 1.
Yeah, I know. You're very passionate about the Beatles. You're passionate about all the good music. Again, I think I'm going to date myself. But that when the music was really good, you know, all those, my favorite artists, Sting, and of course the Beatles, and then you've got Norah Jones and James Taylor. Who doesn't love James Taylor? I bet you kicked James Taylor's butt.
You know, I was a folkie for many years in the Boston area, and it's funny in the last few years to kind of go back and revisit some of the same music I used to sing and play guitar, and now I've arranged it as guitar instrumentals, which I'm really enjoying that, kind of giving it a fresh setting for these great songs.
It is amazing, your finger stylings, which are so unusual and so much about you. The guitar sings. You can hear the words of the song that you just played. I can hear the words, but it's the guitar making the notes instead of a vocal cord.
Well, you know, interestingly, a lot of times in some of the venues I play, I'll hear people singing along because the songs are so memorable, the melodies are so memorable, and of course, finding the songs that work instrumentally is a process. There are some great songs that just don't lend themselves instrumentally. So there's kind of a process there. But when I find the songs that have enough going on and melodically, interesting enough to make instrumentals of, usually it will engage people, and they'll either be kind of just nodding along or ideally, you know, even singing along.
Right. So. Absolutely. I've seen you play in a couple of venues. This is the most working musician in the Verde Valley. I tell you, you're everywhere. Just your list, you can look in Kudos at any time, and you'll find Rick Sigge in there and his scheduled list of appearances. You play all over the place. I mean, in Cottonwood. Let's see, where are you playing? Cottonwood, you play at Burning Tree Cellars?
Burning Tree, yeah. Occasionally at Alcantara Vineyards. I've done concerts at the Old Town Center for the Arts. I love William and Christy Eaton's venue.
Those guys are great
venue.
Yeah. And then you play at Page Springs Winery in Page Springs.
I do.
And the Grasshopper Grill.
You've got the whole list.
And then in Sedona. Okay, I do. I have the whole list right here. Renee at Tlaquepaque. What a wonderful venue for you. I've seen you play at Tlaquepaque a couple times.
Yeah, well,
that's really beautiful.
And when the weather's nice, I love playing in their courtyard there. It's just a lovely setting.
Yep, I've danced in that courtyard. This fine man right here. Sure. At the Golden Goose, the Heartline. You have something coming up at the Field.
The Field, yes, November 22nd at the Field. And they have a nice little setting there outside too. It's, you know, what's really been a blessing playing here in Sedona. I'm a part of a duo with my wife. We call ourselves Meadowlark, guitar and flute. Very different than when I do solo. It's original music. We, for years, as a concert act, we would tour, especially in the summers. And you know, the road is exciting, but it has its downside, being on the road for any period of time. And now that we're in Sedona, we can play solo, or whether we play as Meadowlark, I do solo. We have new audiences every week, so I don't have to go on the road. They come to me.
I know.
So,
that's really great. And speaking of coming to him, you should go to his website, which is an easy one, www.ricksigge.com, and it's CYGE, Sigge. There you go. And you know, one thing you can do is got these wonderful CDs out. You released your first solo album in 2013, and it's wonderful. It's more of the great stuff that you just heard. So as you can go there and you can check them out, and of course you'll have your list of appearances. Check out your schedule.
Videos, you can see what I... There are people who are vacationing coming to Sedona, and they'll come to a venue and say, oh yeah, we checked you out, we watched you on. So they already know what they're coming to hear.
I do that.
It's a brave new world.
It's a very, very, very new world, sure. And you're very gracefully entering it and bringing that wonderful baby boomer music that we all really like.
Yes, you know, and it was a golden era for music, all the way from the 50s when rock and roll started up through about the 80s when disco hit, I checked out.
Yeah, well, So you're going to play another tune for us, and I certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing your music. Everybody, Rick Sigge, make sure you check him out, ricksigge.com.
Well, this is a little medley of some Beatle tunes. I have something over, at last count, over 50 Beatles songs I've arranged for guitar because their music is just so rich.
That's amazing. And thank you all so much for watching the Verde Valley Experience, and I'll see you next time.